Run your day with Runday.ai.
Rob, hello. Happy Wednesday. How are you today?
Yeah, Sanjay, happy Wednesday. I'm doing great and excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Good, good. I'm in Fort Lauderdale today. Just came back from Palm Beach at a conference, and it's been a while. We haven't talked in a couple of years, right?
Yeah, we were just talking 24 was the last time we spoke. So it's saying time flies. And especially, yeah, we were talking a little AI too. It's probably more like 10 years based on the amount of ground's been covered over the last 6 months. But glad to be chatting with you again.
Oh, it's crazy. Well, tell me a little bit more about the business and what you're doing for your customers today.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we're still pretty consistent in terms of what Flying V Group's core mission is, which providing resources, support, and value for businesses to drive new revenue, profitability for their business, and then across a wide range of different lead generation tactics, if it's inbound search, paid media buying, social media marketing. And then, yeah, just leveraging as much of the AI landscape as we can to be more efficient, better communication, better insights, analysis, research, which allows us to drive better performance through the optimizations that we're making across these campaigns that we're running for our clientele.
Tell me about the early days. How did you start this journey toward 400 plus clients?
Kind of dumb luck, actually. So, yeah, a mentor of mine was a lawyer, had issues with his website, just digital platforms, emails blacklisted, the whole 9 yards there. Came to me, started looking at what he had built out, rebuilt everything for him. I went through a lot of trials and errors, getting stuff back up and running or fixed. And that's what kind of spurred us to form Flying V Group with really that consulting focus. What are the problems? Can we solve it? And if we can't solve it, either getting them into the right situation with another referral or finding a way. And we've just continued to iterate around support for our clients in that way, with a lot of it being pointed at, like I said, lead generation, revenue generation, those types of activities. So definitely wasn't master planned, but was, oh, hey, we're pretty good with people, had a good network to start. Let's see how we can help our friends. And then our friends started telling others and others telling others, and then just have continued to grow the business organically over the years more than anything through good, consistent work since 20.
So you really figured out how to get those raving fans early and just kept on keeping on.
Retention is key for us. Yeah. I mean, the further we get out from commencement of any sort of engagement, the more money our clients generally are making, and the more money we're making too, because we're becoming more efficient. We understand what's working, and we're able to get into a good cadence and understand, okay, what levers we need to pull to generate certain performance, or how to fix issues when they do arise, just through trials and errors. Like I said, with past experience, yeah, 400 plus different types of clients, different sizes, different verticals. Uh, haven't seen everything, but we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot.
Talk about what's working with AI, because what I see out there, especially on social media like YouTube, is there's all these make 20,000 a day with ChatGPT, and to me it's a little bit silly, because if you can easily do it, so can everyone else, right? The easy stuff, everyone's like, oh yeah, I'll just cut jobs, and and to me it's kind of silly. It's like, okay, you're going to cut jobs to save money. First of all, AI is not actually cheap. Right.
Yeah.
I think OpenClaw was a good example of people were paying $2, $3, $4, $5, $6,000 a month, more than
Right.
a VA,
Right.
to have agentic AI really work. Right. So AI is not cheap. They're just heavily subsidizing it because they're raising, OpenAI raised 100 and whatever it was, $18 billion. So they're using that money to give you this sort of illusion of cheap AI. And so this idea that it's just a cost reduction, it's just kind of a thing that technology does. Like Uber was super cheap compared to a cab when it came out, but now it's like, and they paid really well, but that's that's going to probably happen with AI, is companies eventually need to become profitable. But outside of that, the noise where people are just, maybe spending a lot of money to make a lot of money and not really super profitable. What are you seeing actually working for legitimate, profitable businesses that are implementing AI today?
Yeah, good question. I think you did nail it too. There's a lot of stuff out there, and the legitimacy of 99% of it is very low, I think, or the actual real world use case that you
It's
see
so
on
bad now,
X.
right? Especially people generating it with AI.
Yeah, and like X is I'm a big fan of X and have been, but it's tough because it's just lying. And then you get the FOMO of like, oh, I need to be doing everything, and then you don't end up doing anything, right? Or you don't even know where to start.
It's like, shoot,
And I even
I didn't make 20 grand yesterday with
yeah,
ChatGPT.
Yeah, I'm a
What am I doing
failure.
wrong?
Yeah, I even saw too, I think it was today, and I don't know how true this is, we'll have to grok it and see what he said, but Uber even, they supposedly burnt through, like, their entire AI budget for the whole year in 3 months
Oh my
just
God.
because of how many token to your point, it's just expensive and good technology tends to be used more, and once those subsidies like you're talking about come down, but yeah, in marketing, obviously, you think of that as one of the first kind of frontiers where you can use AI quickly with content creation. So we're seeing that a lot. All right, you're taking information, plugging it into GPT, and then outputting it for different use cases. So, like for us, we take interesting calls. Maybe it's even this podcast, and okay, this is video format. Use it for YouTube Shorts, but we could very easily get the transcript and move it into a LinkedIn long form post, right? And plug that into ChatGPT, say, give me this. And then from there, also give me, 5, 10 different X tweets that I could post and publish as well. So we're using it in that way for content creation. But I think more importantly, it really is the analysis and the insights and the research. So we do a lot of paid media buying on Meta and Google Ads. And so, I mean, we've connected Claude, OpenClaw directly into Google Ads API. We're
Beautiful.
pulling all of our client accounts in on a day to day basis. And then we've built different modules based on what we want to know. We have anomaly tracking to where, hey, if that CPC or that cost per acquisition skews too far one way or the other, right, our specialist is going to get alerted immediately versus before you had to be in there looking at it, right? And if that guy was out sick or gal was out sick, it took an extra day before something got done or the change in the fix. So, yeah, we're really leveraging it in that way, taking the data, analyzing the data, and then pushing the data back out to the clients in the form of just better reporting, more efficient reporting. I mean, the amount of time we were spending just compiling data, right, to put into a report. Now we
Just putting it
have all that
together.
done
Yeah.
and we're
You
able
can
to
act on
focus
it.
on, okay, what's our strategic recommendation? How are we going to execute the strategic recommendation? And that's the true value that someone like us as an agency can provide to our clients.
If someone needs a consultation and wants to take a look at what they're doing, see how you guys can improve it, and you're doing some very sophisticated stuff right now. That's marketing sort of a war in a way, right? So you got to have a more competitive weapon.
That's
If
right.
they want to work with you on that, should they just reach out to you on LinkedIn or request a consultation at the website?
Yeah, we're a very open group. We love new conversations, right? So I mean, even direct DM on LinkedIn to my profile. Would love to chat with anybody. Our website, flyingvgroup.com. Request a free consultation. I mean, we run through SEO, geo audits, paid media audits as well, free of charge as a part of us building that value and showing you how we think and how we would go about executing. So yeah, those would be two easy ways for someone to reach out, talk to us. But more than anything, would just love to meet new people, get different perspectives, right? See what things they're having issues with and how we might be able to bridge that gap and solve those problems that they might be having.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining today.
Thanks so much, Sanjay.